Greetings. So, I'd like to read another little quote from 365 Days of Wonder. It's not the load that breaks you down, it's the way you carry it. And that's from C.S. Lewis. So, keeping that balance in life. How do we keep our balance? We all have those responsibilities that we have to do. Whether you're a 9 to 5 person, or if you are a work from home person, or if you are a parent who works at home, okay? Or maybe your time is your own and you just have your responsibilities that you need to take care of, regardless of where you are in your life. We need to find that happy balance, don't we? It's going to be a hard thing sometimes to do because life takes its place in our world and spins us around sometimes. So, once again, it's those things that we have to do, but yet find that balance in life to have the healthy part of our lives and keeping us from having to do all those reports and those meetings and doing the laundry without some kind of a healthy balance of that fun time, that me time, that family time. Okay, so first of all, let's look at some different things that we can maybe do to help us through that finding the balance. Okay, first of all, we can prioritize our time. Set that work time and what is it that's important that we need to do. Okay, know your peak time, your peak performance time. We like our cars to run peak performance, don't we? We need to be at our peak performance. What time do I do that at? Okay. Uh, One other thing is plot your personal time. Set that time aside, make it happen. And that time that is for you, for your family, and it's not work time. Okay. So let's look a little deeper into each one of these. Prioritize your time. And, sometimes we have things that are urgent and we have things that are important. Which one do I do first? Okay. Well, we have to check that out and balance it and see, weigh it out, don't we? What is important? What is urgent? What's not important? What's not urgent that needs to be done? Everything needs to be done in its timely manner. So we need to prioritize our time. Maybe it's one of those things that we actually sit down and time a task that we have to do and set that time aside for that task. Maybe you set what? Oh, set an alarm on your clock. I do that frequently, and those alarms really help keep you on track sometimes. And you can't ignore them because sometimes you want to do that too, don't you? So, pop-up tasks happen and they come along and they take that time away from the task that you're supposed to be doing at hand. And I'll tell you what, sometimes I like pop-up tasks a lot more than I do that task that I need to do. Okay. Pop-up tasks can be fun, but sometimes you're going to have to stop and you're going to say, oh, I got to do that later. I can't do it right now. Sometimes you're going to actually have to say, no, it's not going to happen today. So you have to prioritize your time. Stay focused. Don't jump all over the place. Stay focused. Okay. Um, Next, we said something about know your peak time. Peak time for productivity, performance. What is yours? I've got some friends who do their best work at night. They're night owls. They start that little thing going at like 10, 11 o'clock, and I'm like, oh, man, I've already been in bed for a little while here. Okay. We have night owls, we have early birds. Some of us like to get up early and start the day easing into the day before it gets real busy and just take our time and set our priorities then during that peak time that's an early bird. So find your peak time, your peak performance time. Is it in the morning? Is it in the evening? Is it at night? Where are you with your time? Um, Also, during that time, how can you use technology to help you find that peak performance time? Technology can rob us of our time, but it can also help us with that time of peak performance. Okay. Um, Also, with that, make your workspace yours, make it personal. Bring some things in that make you smile and make you happy. Years ago, I read an article and it was all about balancing life and work. And they suggested bringing in flowers, a bouquet of flowers. Sometimes just that bouquet of flowers can brighten your day. And in my world, I work with students, and sometimes they touch the flowers. Are these real? Yes, they're real. Make it real, make it yours, make it personal. Um, Take time to set up your workspace. What works for you? And do you have to change it up every once in a while? Change it up. Okay. Next thing is plot that personal time. Okay, we have to set that time aside for ourselves, for our family, and keeping it real for us. Okay, um, have a set work time and don't let that work time ooze over into your real life. Okay, because work will come and work will go. I have my youngest son. Is quick to remind me that I didn't balance that time too well. Okay, I worked more than what I should. He even still reminds me of this today. Mom, you shouldn't be doing that if it's not in your work day. Hmm. Okay. So once again, maybe I need to prioritize some more. So then that way I can plot my personal time and keeping it as personal time. What might we do to keep our personal time personal? Exercise. I am really big for exercise and movement because I need it for my brain. Okay. My brain needs a certain quantity of exercise and a certain quality also. I have to exercise. If I don't feel right, and it shows in my attitude. So, exercise, maybe quiet time. I like to have some quiet time to ease into my day. Maybe your quiet time looks like reading, journaling, meditation. Maybe it's just to have a little cup of tea every once in a while, to take a coffee or a coffee break, one of those. Something that's a quiet time for you. Fun time, something fun. Set some time aside, plot your time to have some fun. I just share a little thing that my sister and I did last weekend. And it was, we took a couple of my nephews to my aunt's farm that she had sowed. She was having an auction that day, and she had hired these two young boys to work this auction. They had never worked an auction before. And my sister and I, we never seen it behind the scenes of an auction. So it was quite interesting to learn about how this auction worked. And those boys, they got up there and they displayed the items, and they would show them off, to the audience and everything. And they did quite well. And that was a fun thing that we did. And it was something that was totally different. It wasn't whitewater rafting, it wasn't bungee jumping or anything like that, but it was just something different and something fun to do. And so we took that time, and we had some a fun day. We met some fun people. We met an 86-year-old auctioneer, and yes, he did some auctioneering that day. And it was just a unique situation that we took advantage of, and we plotted that time. Um, Sometimes with our family and friends, we have to steal time, don't we? And maybe it's just a short 5 minute stop to say hey, and short but sweet. Okay. It's like my youngest son today. I stopped by and just gave him a hug. I stole a hug. But also, it's one of those things that you have to make a point to do it. And that you've only got 5 minutes. But guess what? That 5 minutes is worth a lot more than just 5 minutes. Okay. So plot some time and steal some time. Also, do something you like. Maybe find a hobby. Maybe you don't have a hobby right now. Find one. Okay. Explore. Try some different things. They don't have to be expensive. Just find something that you like to do. Maybe it's painting. Maybe it's working outside. Maybe it's learning. I like to learn. Okay. I like to sit and listen to a video and take notes, and because if I don't take notes, I'm not going to pay attention. Okay. But I do. I like to learn things. And, when we do all of these things, when we prioritize that time, when we find our peak performance, and when we plot that time for our personal life, uh, we can be refreshed, energized. Okay. Those types of things help us be able to keep moving forward. Um, we've all got this journey that we're on, and we have to keep it all in balance. you know, remembering that it's not what we are carrying, it's the way we carry it. And so, with your journey, how are you carrying your load?